Hi, it's Marley and Levi again. Say hi, Levi. Say hi. He's very thrilled, I'm sure you can tell. So big excitingness for this video. Excitingness, don't know if that's a word. Okay, anyhow, Levi took his first trip to the mall, didn't you? And he did so good. I kept a cookie in one hand at all times, so that if he, paid a little too much attention to something for a minute, I could just be like, Levi, and he refocused really easily. Though it was pretty funny, actually. I would, when he'd do something that I liked, I'd say, yes, good boy. And he got to where, when I would say, yes, good boy, he would nose and be like, cookie? And I was like, no, you don't get a cookie every time I say that. So it was a little bit funny. But we went in the elevators, walked around the mall. We went leaving through a store, went to the food court, just all kinds of craziness. Didn't stay very long because I didn't really want to push it for his first time out there. But we're probably going to go back tomorrow to a smaller mall, stay a little bit longer, and have some videotapes. Hopefully I can share some of that soon. Thinking about braving the escalator. I'm a little bit nervous. I know service dogs do it all the time, and he doesn't have long hair on his feet, so I'm not as worried about it, but I'm just like, I keep envisioning his little toes getting squashed, and I'm just like, ah! And he'll have his shoes on, so I think we might do that. I don't think he's gonna be afraid of it. I think I'm afraid of it with him, but I think he'll be fine. And what else did I want to talk about? Do you remember? You're no help. Oh yes, school. So we had to go to school yesterday because it was my final for one of my classes, and I hadn't been back since my run-in with that security guard, and I was like, okay, I've got to go, and literally, like, I did not want to go. I felt like I was going to throw up, like, before I got there, and by the time I actually, like, made it in, my hands were visibly shaking. They were, like, doing this, because the anxiety was so high. But actually the guy, like, I'm pretty sure he saw us walk in. He was sitting at the desk, but he didn't say anything to us. So, yay for Kayla. Apparently she really did get it fixed. And I think if we have to go back again, it'll be tomorrow and it'll be our last day. So, until grad school, of course. So, that was a huge relief. And he did really well during class and all that good stuff, of course, as always. Let me see, what else? Oh, our big concern right now, training costs. Yeah. Talked to our trainer, kind of gave her an idea of the different tasks that we're going to be needing and all that kind of stuff. You scared me. Stop it. Stop. Sorry, that's his. Mom, I heard something that might be important alert, but he startled me. We're working on that too, because yeah, his little woof with my startle reflex doesn't really combine very well, so we need to find a new one out for that. Anywho, I talked to our trainer, and would you stop it? Stop. I talked to our trainer, and she said that yes, normally the advanced training is more expensive, which I was like, great. I mean, I totally understand why. Like I said, her rates really aren't bad. It's just, it's not cheap for a poor college student. So, we'll just have to figure that out as we go along. But I broke up, like, the different tasks that he needs, kind of in what's most important and what's, like, kind of important and what's really, like, low on the list. So, hopefully she'll be able to look at that and kind of give us a timetable, like how many times it's going to need to go back, about what the cost is going to be, and help us figure out, the most important ones for her to, like, for her to be able to say, and she will, because she's awesome like this, say, okay, well, I think you could probably train this at home, but, you might need me for that. So, I've got a complete list of all of them. I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but if you want to know, just comment or message me, I guess, and I'll kind of let you know about that. Also, if you have any experience with service dogs and escalators, I know that's totally a evil of choice, I guess, for each handler, and even on the public access test, it's even like an optional section, because some people just choose not to use them, and I probably won't use them very much, but it really is inconvenient having to like walk all around the bottom of the mall to find, because the escalators, especially the one that we're probably going to tomorrow, are like right in the middle. And there's more of them usually. And there is elevators, there is an elevator, there are stairs, but having to walk all the way across the thing to get to them, it's such a pain. And I really want to know that he can do escalators. If we ever need to use one, like you just never know. Like when we were at the Houston livestock show and rodeo, ignore him, he's chewing on a bone. There were like to get into the main stadium or whatever, there was like a bajillion layers you had to go up, like levels. And you could walk the stairs, there was like ramps that you could walk up, but you could also take an escalator that would jump you like 2 floors at a time. So, you know, a situation like that, it would be really helpful to be able to do that and for him to just be like, no sweat. So hopefully I'll get some of that videotaped and I can get some of that posted, just how he's doing. Yeah. He scraped up another paw pad at the dog park yesterday. I've got to figure out anything. So again, if you know any type of we're using paw wax. I didn't use it yesterday because I'm a bad mama. But we have paw wax, and obviously he has shoes. I just don't like him to wear them all the time. And I did check his pads. I guess he just ran after I checked them, and it was only one though, so that's better. Just one of his front ones. So if you know any kind of like supplement or like anything that would help make his pads tougher, that would be helpful as well. So he will be wearing his shoes tomorrow, his Muttlocks. We love the Muttlocks. See if there's anything else. Not a whole lot, because I just updated not too long ago, which should be posted. He's chewing on a bone. Happily, he's got his butt to the camera. Isn't that lovely? But yeah, so looking at places to live. Really stressed out about that. Not because of him, but just in general, because I'm poor and, you know, having to pay rent and all that good stuff. But yeah, we need, oh, something else. We're looking at getting a Bridgeport harness because I really need a stiff-handled harness to kind of feel his movement better and help me with my vision issues as far as like depth perception, distance, that kind of stuff. So the only one that I've really found that is like what we need, that's even remotely reasonably priced, is the Bridgeport. It would be the single strap, and it'd be a 6-inch handle. If you know Bridgeport, and you can go online to bridgeportequipment.com and it'll be on there. Yes, I absolutely am in love with the Bold Lead Designs one. They're beautiful, they're custom made, but they're also about $400. And I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of money. So we will be going with the $80 Bold Lead. I mean, not Bold Lead, sorry, Bridgeport. But yeah, if anyone's had any experience with Bridgeport, I know their sizing is really, really funky. Like, he's a large in pretty much everything, but according to Bridgeport measurements, he'd be a small. So I guess your like large or extra large is like a freaking, what do you call this, newfie or something. I don't know, but whatever. So if you have any experience with Bridgeport harnesses, please let us know so we can kind of know what we're getting into. I don't know when I'm going to get around to ordering it, just because, like I said, money is just ridiculous right now. But once I'm done with school, that'll cut down a little bit. It won't be commuting quite so bad, but we'll just have to see kind of how that goes. Don't think there's a whole lot else right now. Just doing everything I can to learn more about service dogs and how to train him. We're trying really hard to follow the canine assistance method. We do still use a pinch collar just because it really just works well for us. I hardly ever have to use it though, honestly. But he just really focuses when he's in that, and it eases me because I feel like I have a little bit more control. But we use positive reinforcement with treats and everything as much as we possibly can. He loves that. He is super food driven, so that works out well. And yeah, so just the big things right now are training and getting used to other things. Our big thing we're going to tackle next probably, or start working on at least, is going to be leaving food like restaurant type things, which is going to be so hard for him. so we really need to work on that. And I want to build his dummy switch for his light switch things. I have all the stuff for it, I just haven't actually built it yet. So yeah, Canine Assistance has their May newsletter out. It's a free email deal, and it's really cool. It tells you everything about everything going on within the organization, gives you training tips sometimes. It's just pretty badass. As I said, I love, there's lots of organizations out there, but that one is my favorite. I love Canine Assistance. Have actually been considering going ahead, after I reread the qualifications, going ahead and in the next year or so applying. No guarantees I'll be approved, but chances are, because it's all need-based, I will probably spend a good 5 to 7 years on the waiting list. So I'm thinking, you know, if I'm approved, by the time I would come up on the waiting list, Levi would be about ready to retire, and that, you know, I just can't really stand the thought of having to do puppy and just start training all over again, especially while I've still got him, you know, having like the one working and then the one in training, and so there's no guarantees I'll be approved, but I looked at all the paperwork, and I think I'm going to try and do that next. Still hoping to be able to pay a visit to Georgia and maybe even live there for a little while and do volunteer work up there. I would just love to see the facilities and meet everybody. They're like celebrities to me. The best of the best. And so that would be really cool. But yeah, that's the plan. And dog's been good. Everything's been good. Just stress getting school all fixed. So yeah, kind of boring update this time. But I just wanted to talk about how the school situation went and about his first trip to the mall. So yeah, hopefully we'll have actual video and stuff of his second trip to the mall tomorrow. And I guess that's all for now. Bye.